Yo, welcome to the show, it's the ATL vibe. Hit that like, hit that sub, keep the energy high. We got Anthony Legacy, T.A. Majusi too. Bringing all the heat, yeah, you know how we do. Hey, hit that button, don't forget to subscribe. We stay lit, we stay fresh, yeah, we keep it live. Drop a comment, tell us what you wanna see. ATL family and friends, it's the place to be. From laughs to real talk, man, we got it all. Vibes on deck, yeah, we stand tall. We here for the fam, so don't be shy. Like, share, and subscribe, help us touch the sky. Yo, welcome to the show, it's the ATL vibe. Hit that like, hit that sub, keep the energy high. We got Anthony Legacy, T.A. Majusi too. Bringing all the heat, yeah, you know how we do. ATL, we up, we ain't never gonna stop. New content dropping, yeah, we stay on top. Family, friends, we keep it all love. Now do us a favor, hit that sub. Hey, the ATL family and friends on your screen, bringing you the real, yeah, you know what we mean. Don't just watch, be part of the team. Like, share, and subscribe, keep living the dream.
Just-in-time accessories. We have the bling and everything in between. Tayama Copeland is your independent paparazzi consultant. Everything is only $5. You can catch Tayama on Facebook Live at Tayama Copeland, or you can find her at www.justintimeaccessories. Just-in-time accessories. We have the bling and everything in between. Check it out. Just-in-time accessories. We have the bling and everything in between. Tayama Copeland is your independent paparazzi consultant. Everything is only $5. You can catch Tayama on Facebook Live at Tayama Copeland, or you can find her at
Legacy Unlocked. When you're locked out of your vehicle, can't get in your car, call Legacy, serving West Palm Beach and surrounding cities. That's area code 229-630-7615. Available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Have you been denied disability, Social Security, or custodianship of your children? Call Antonio Williams. He has the knowledge and experience to fight the government on your behalf. Let him represent you. That's Antonio Williams, your non-legal attorney consultant.
If someone offends me or someone hurts me or does something to me, it rolls off my shoulders pretty easy. If somebody comes to me and says, hey, will you forgive me for what I did to you? I'm gonna forgive them and say, girl, come on, let's move on. It's all right. I'm wired that way. I'm easygoing. But if I find out, I'm saying don't get it twisted. If I find out that someone's been scheming, that's a whole different story. Because scheming implies pre-planning. If you've been scheming against me, that means you've been watching for a little while. You've been trying to figure out what it is about me that is most weak, most frail, most vulnerable, so that you can take advantage of me. You've been studying me to find out what my patterns are and what the predilection of my flesh is and what my preferences are so that you can figure out the best time to take most full advantage of me and the people that I love. When I find out that you've been scheming against me and the people that I love, well, if it's a war you want, it's a war you gonna have.
Hey family, thank you so much for tuning into the ATL Family and Friends show. We're so glad you're here. Whether you're new or returning, we appreciate you spending your evening with us. I'm Malik, and I want to shout out our amazing crew, Anthony Boss Lady Tiamo, Legacy the Great, and Juicy Cakes. We're bringing the laughs, the love, and the real talk every Tuesday and Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. So make sure you join us live. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and be to just search The Anthony Brown Show to stay connected. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe. We're on the road to 100,000 subscribers, and we need you with us. Click that notification bell so you never miss when we go live or drop new content. While you're here, hit that like button. It helps YouTube share our show with more people so the ATL family can keep growing. And don't forget to share the video with your friends and family. Invite them to join the fun. We love hearing from you, so drop a comment below. Let us know what you think. We'll read and respond during the show. And if you want to support the show, we appreciate your donations. You can send them to our Cash App at Smell Good for Less. Every bit helps us keep bringing the content you love. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. This is the ATL Family and Friends show, and we're just getting started.
Good evening, one and all. Welcome, and welcome. Welcome back. It's so wonderful to be in the numbers just one more time. I'm yours truly, by the way. First of all, Mr. Anthony Brown. Welcome to this segment of the Anthony Brown Show, this part that we call the ATL Family and Friends Show. It's so great to be in the numbers again, and I'm joined tonight by my family, my crew, my Saras, my bros, my homies, my dogs, whatever you want to call them, my family, my brothers and sisters from other mothers. You know what I'm saying? Love them all dearly. Wouldn't trade them for nothing in the world. Sometimes they get on my nerves, but guess what? I still love them. You know what I'm saying? That's what family is for. You know, we get on each other's nerves. We wreck each other's nerves, but we're still family. You know what I'm saying? So tonight I got none other than my sister, Light Bright, the very beautiful, the very talented, none other than the ones with the twins in the front, Tamika and Tamoka, Tyson's mama.
Hello, everybody.
It's Tiama Sweetness.
Yes, sir.
You heard me with the twins in the front.
I hear your shenanigans.
And of course, I'm joined by none other than, well, you got the twins in the front, and then my other sister got two garbage bags, twins in the back. None other than my sister, Miss Voluptuous Booty Cake. Baby's got back. Dun, 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 dun.
But why you said booty cakes?
Okay. Because you got multiple cakes.
Oh my goodness.
See, you know, here also now, so now he using them words, girl. He using them words.
Know. Oh my goodness. Blessings, everybody. How are you all?
Great.
Bless.
Alexi just texted me saying he's running a little late. He's on Black people time, Color people time.
Oh.
You know, so he's on Color people time, but he will be with us momentarily. You know what I'm saying? So how you all been doing?
I've been doing great.
I'm doing well. I'm tired and I'm hurting today.
Yeah, I'm not feeling well. My back hurts just a little bit.
We having a storm, so the weather's got like everything just aching.
My back's been hurt for 2 days.
You can try some mustard.
For backaches?
Yep, yellow mustard.
Joint ache in general.
Well, I'm gonna have to try that. I just want to remind everybody that a couple of weeks ago we had put out a video. It was about your parents. If your elderly parents was the video basically said, do not put your parents in a nursing home. Do this instead. And it basically was saying that contact your state to try to find out. Well, let me show the video, and then I got more information for you. I did some research, and I got a little bit more information. Let me just find this video real quick, show the video real quick, just to bring you up to date on what you should and shouldn't be doing as far as your parents.
Do not put your parents in a retirement home. Do this instead. Wait, so now the government is willing to pay you up to $72,000 for you to take care of your parents? Yep, that's true. Wow, how come? Well, the average cost of assisted living homes is $60,000 per year. That's very expensive. And the government doesn't want to pay that, so they came up with another program. It's called the Consumer Directed and Personal Assistance Program. This program allows your parents to hire a caregiver of their choice. So they could just hire a family member? Exactly. They just have to hire you as a personal caregiver. And once they do that, you get paid directly from the government. States like New York pay up to $72,000 per year. Now, the pay does vary per state, but the average amount is $42,000 per year. The name of the programs may be different, but also offer the same benefits. But here is a list that may help you. Wow, thank you so much. How did you even learn all this? Or simply follow Humble King Kaz.
Okay, so with that being said, I found the actual website. That's it at the bottom of the screen. It's Consumer Direct and Personal Assistance Program, and that's the website. So if you go onto this website, which is listed at the bottom of the screen, you can search your state to see what your state is actually paying for this program. And like he said, the amount that they pay out varies from state to state. And it also gives you all the breakdown and what's required and what the logistics is for your state. Some states maybe that you need disability. Some states maybe you just need welfare. Some states Social Security. Some states SSI. So whatever the requirements is, it'll tell you, it'll break it down and tell you what the requirement is for your state, what the payout amount is, who qualifies and who does not qualify. But the information is listed below. And once again, like I say, on this show here, the ATL Family and Friends, you will be educated and you will learn something every show.
Thank you for that. I wish I had known that when I was being a caregiver for my father, but
Okay.
I wish maybe they could give us retro back pay.
Okay.
But that's good to know too, though, for real. Because
Mhm.
you know what, there are a lot of people who put their loved ones in facilities because the insurance will cover it. Going Natural saved my life. Hey, Miss Veronica.
Hey,
And I am
Veronica.
so thankful that it did. And keep on going and doing your natural wellness regimen. I watch you and I love you. So proud of you. That's to Veronica. But I'm glad that they have this in place, because there are a lot of people who are putting their loved ones in homes, like, because the insurance will cover them to go into nursing home facilities where they aren't getting the best care or treatment, and they could be home where and you could be taking care of them and getting help.
And it's also a known fact that once a person goes into a nursing home, they basically mentally give up on life. So they die
And
fast.
they start to digress, right? But when they're home,
When they're home, they're experiencing all that love and that attention, and the grandkids coming over, and they're eating them home meals, and watching TV and laughing, and feeling of the love. They tend to live longer.
Yep, life sustaining.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly. So they might as well stay home with you, live longer, and you profit from it. It's not saying that you have to stay home 40 hours. It's just saying that you receive the check, whether you're physically home or your spouse is home, or but the family is taking care of the loved one, and you receive the check.
And some people don't do it because they see it as a burden, and they don't see a benefit. And so I'm glad now maybe people can say, here's a benefit. If you need a benefit, take care of your loved ones, even if it's not a benefit.
Exactly. You know, like you said, I wish, Lord, I wish, because my mom was my best friend. Everyone knows that who knows my mom, Sarah. So if I could, like you said, retroact and turn back the hands of time and stay home full time because I worked, stay home full time and take care of mom or work overnight or something while the family members who's home could take care of her while she sleep. Man, this would be a blessing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, I just wanted to bring that information to you, and then, like I said, anything else I have to find out or will find out, I would definitely share it with you guys. Also, another video that I have found was squatting. I don't know, I spelled it wrong here. It's squatting and also teaching girls. But I want to show you this video about teaching girls first.
Wait, squatting, like how to squat, like exercise squatting?
Squatting as in taking over somebody's property.
Oh, because when you said teaching girls, I thought you was talking about how to use the bathroom and squat. And I'm like, huh?
Well, two different videos. I got one for squatting, taking over somebody's house, and one for teaching girls or mother teaching girls. I saw this on TikTok, and being that you have a daughter, and well, she's grown now, but this is beyond that. But Tiama got girls in her house, and for those viewers out there that have daughters, here's a quick video, 54 seconds long. Check this out.
Do you hear me? Good. Hey, go, please. Wait. No. Hey. Okay, Mommy. Good. Let's go. Hey, come.
So I thought that was so cute. I said I got to show that video.
That was cute.
Where's my belt? Uncle Tony need a whooping.
I didn't have to do that with Newbie.
No.
These to look at you crazy right now. You tell them you gotta hold your chest. They barely even want to pick up when they drop. So you want them to hold this and pick up. The kids will be like, "That's too much, Uncle Tony." We always taught that, but this new generation, good luck. That's what I was thinking as soon as I saw it. I said, "Oh, that's so sweet." Those sweet days are over.
Teach the girls how to be a Southern belle.
I hear the bell ringing, but I just don't see the Southern bells right here. The bells are ringing. Okay, Drew, tell them the bells ringing. It's just these kids decide to follow it.
We below the Mason-Dixon line. We son.
Them kids drop something, Tony. They are like they ain't feel it fall or nothing. They'll walk over it 20 times a day and still won't be. You ain't got to teach them none of that.
Look,
Listen,
I got one of those grown kids in the house right now, and yes, they'll be the one to drop it and walk across it
50 times and act like they ain't see it nail time. That's what I was laughing about when I saw that. I said, "The perfect world, Bobby."
Yeah.
Like, look, nigga, you the one dropped it.
Mm-mm.
I know you heard it because my deaf ears heard it.
Mm-mm. And then if they outside, they gonna kick it.
A
So,
mess.
yeah,
Let me
no.
show this squatting, then we'll go right into the would you rather. Hold on.
It's about a man who figured out how to live in a multi-million-dollar mansion for free. Didn't pay a dime, just walked in and squatted. And so far, some upset neighbors haven't been able to do anything about it. ABC's Ron Claiborne has the details.
It's a magnificent mansion in a Tony neighborhood in upscale Boca Raton, Florida, worth $2.5 million. But the guy living there these days is paying nothing. He's squatting. And at least for now, no one can legally get him out. His name is Andre Barbosa, a 23-year-old native of Brazil, seen here on his Facebook page. Barbosa moved in last September after the last owner, unable to keep up with the mortgage payments, moved out.
There's been so many foreclosures that there's been a loss of control of property.
Incredibly, the squatter filed legal papers citing adverse possession, an obscure 19th century state law that allows someone to claim an empty property by occupying it for 7 years. Barbosa, whose nickname is Loki after the Norse god of mischief, posted this no trespassing notice. Barbosa's new, neighbors aren't at all amused.
Nobody's happy. We all spent a lot of money to live on this street.
Adverse possession is legal in all 50 states. Kenneth Robinson lived in this $300,000 home in Texas for free for 8 months before he was finally ousted. In the Florida case, Bank of America tells ABC News, "We have filed the appropriate and immediate legal action to have this trespasser removed from the property. In the meantime, this mischievous master of this mansion lives on."
I got a question. Do y'all ever notice it be the people that come from the other countries? They know our laws and they use them motherfuckers against us with no problem. And I mean, they use them well, real well. So I can't get mad at this man. Bruh, I hope you're saving a lot of money.
Miss
Veronica
Veronica,
says my friend does that with vacant properties.
Let me tell you, Veronica, I hope your friend is safe because nowadays people are crazy. And people will come and blow your head back for 25 cents. So I will be afraid to go in somebody's property and act like it's mine. And then people fire you, then what? She want me to do it, but
She's too afraid to. Plus, she's Bahamian.
yeah, see, I can't. I'm sorry. I don't want nothing I didn't earn.
But you did earn it, because if that's the law, you earned it.
No, that's just stealing. That means you go around looking for, like, you just looking for somebody to scam, pretty much. Man, it could be, let me tell you, most people don't care about legal or illegal. You on my property, I'm gonna shoot you. That be the part I'd be afraid of. And then people, they call them froggers. You'll be living in your house and they'll be living in your house and you don't even know they there.
wait, huh?
I gotta sing you. It's called froggers. It's people that live, like, let's say you got a big house or you got an attic or something. These people are living in your house right amongst you. You don't even know they there. They got a whole series on it.
Ain't no way you sitting there living in your house and so is somebody else and you don't know someone there with you.
Go to Google, put in froggers, people that live in your house while you're there and you don't know they there. It like they have this whole thing, and I think it's on TLC. Like, these people literally, they know what time you come home, what time you leave. They are living in your home.
Oh, so they strategically in and out while you in and out.
Yeah, and there is some that even sleeps there while you there. Let's say you
Miss
there, like
Veronica said, when you can't pay the mortgage, they can take over, but you must get documents from the courthouse.
See that?
To add to Tiamo saying about the progress, they could even stay there, and you know they staying there. But if they're getting mail, now you can't. Now you got to go through the courts to put them out.
let me tell you, if you up in my attic or son, I want you to know I'm finna light that whole house on fire.
Because there was one on I don't know if it was on TLC or CNN or Fox, but it was a lady living in one room, you staying in the next room, and y'all sharing the kitchen, and she's saying she ain't leaving because she gets mail there. She legally live there.
But this country is getting crazy. That's why I say. And then when a person go to the courthouse and they keep getting all these walls put up in front of them, that's enough to make a person unhinged. That movie, I watched that movie Unhinged. Nah, I'm not finna. I can't do it. Your house, your property. I'm not. But to all y'all that's getting over on the system, I hope y'all saving enough money.
Get your money.
Mm.
Get your money.
Y'all hear my little
Tell them, Tyson.
Business.
all in my business.
Say that money.
Let me tell you,
If I
Tyson.
was live, I would have explained better.
I understand what you're saying, but either like you saying, if they go in foreclosure, a lot of these people, their homes not even in foreclosure. Is this their like even in the Bahamas? You know how when people is renovating homes and nobody is staying there, if somebody decide they just gonna take over the people's stuff, you got a person in your house. But I get how within law he was able to take over the house, but man, people be terrified.
So what happens down there in Palm Beach County, especially, is when the snowbirds come down, they're seasonal, they're homeowners, but they're half of the year, their properties are vacant. So once they leave, say March, April time, you can move on in. They're not coming back till about September, October. And by that time, you've been there long enough to have established your residency to where they got problems.
Mm-hmm. They come in to serve you in your house.
Right.
Or if you're doing like Tiama say, work for 6 months, work 2 or 3 jobs, you and a loved one, or both of you working. So 6 months, saved up some money. So when they come back, now you can move out and get what you really want.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you, those only I seen like 4 episodes of this show, y'all. And one episode, the lady had been doing it for over 2 years. She was over like darn near 300,000 that she literally saved living off somebody else. And the lady would complain. The lady was like, she would see that food, like the food was leaving fast, but she never thought somebody else was sharing her food with her.
Harassment.
I would have on that within the first day. If only me live here. I'm just saying. Y'all might want to watch that. It's a good show.
Mama gets too.
But it'll make you paranoid to where you all up in your attics and stuff.
No, I'm not watching no crap like that, because that right there, for them to even be people think they can do that, then like you said, being paranoid. Nah,
Saying that people think they
I
could
tell
do
my
that.
mom,
It
you need to go and walk around your house. You need to look in your closets at least once a week. That's your home. You're supposed to check out your property and be a part of your home. Because if you're not living in your home ain't gonna stay up and be together. You gotta live in your house. Walk out in your yard. Ain't no way somebody gonna move up in, and I don't know they living in there.
Okay.
Not an ant. Not a human.
But let me tell you, when they cut producer, you gotta see how smart these people are. Like, they come in your house, they will literally come with a portable ladder to get up in the attic. Like, up there, I have an attic where I live. They will get up in the attic. They will pull that ladder up there, and they will lock the attic. They will live up there. You'll hear like the clunks, and you'll be like, "Oh, something up." Like you would never know. And then this one lady, she wound up coming home too early, and the dude was in her shower. That lady broke everything trying to get the hell up out the house. The police came. Dude was gone. We think he went up in the attic. So she think dude ran out the bike door. He went right back where he was. And they double back around. You looking it up, Tony? They double back around, and she heard something up in the attic. She called the police, and they came, and it was up in her attic.
She says, no, my friend don't do it illegally. She checks the records at the courthouse for foreclosures and goes to the people's houses and make deals with them. She gives them money and take over the deeds.
Oh, that's smart.
I got forks. Follow me, mine.
I ain't even know that was an option.
Okay. Well,
Because
listen.
honey, mm-hmm.
Come on.
Read that, Juicy.
Yes. Oh, would you rather have a... I'm not reading that shit.
Would you rather have 3 nipples or extra toe? I'll take that toe.
I would have Mindy.
I just imagined the third nipple. Can we put it anywhere?
I'll take the extra toe.
Oh no, your feet might hurt.
I'll just be wearing sandals for the rest of my life.
Don't worry about it. I can't do nothing with 3 nipples.
Maybe they had triplets.
Ms. Veronica,
I'm gonna take the toe.
Ms. Veronica, would you rather have a third nipple or an extra toe? Let's see what Ms. Veronica got to say.
You said a toe. Both of y'all, all of us said toes. Legacy will want the nipple.
More for him to suck on?
An extra toe. There ain't no explanation behind that.
Child, God wanted me to be a cow. He wanted me to milk all the children. So he wanted me not have nobody lacking. That's it.
Okay. Next one.
Would you rather have to wear every shirt inside out or every pair of pants backwards? Every shirt inside out.
I'll take the shirt inside out.
Shirt. Everybody went with the shirt.
Yeah. My pants backwards. I feel that's just too uncomfortable.
That's
Then you and then you gonna have to. Ooh, that's easy access, baby. Cause who gonna fasten your pants backwards?
okay.
But you gonna always wear elastic waistband.
They remind me of that group back in the day.
Crisscross.
Crisscross, yeah.
Yeah,
But
but their
let's be
pants were
clear.
so big. They
If you play for the other team, you might want them to pick their pants backwards, Tony. Think about it.
that's why I said easy access, baby.
I let it marinate.
That's the only thing.
I go sit in timeout.
Veronica's an extra toe again. Miss Veronica, listen to the question, baby.
She did. She said she not doing either. She gonna have her extra toe
Would you
with her
rather
sandals on.
would you rather have to wear every shirt inside out or every pair of pants backwards? The question right there on the screen.
Oh, excuse me. Pardon.
Come on, Mr. Legacy.
You got another one while we wait for her?
Mm-hmm. And number 3.
Would you rather live in a treehouse or in a cave? Ooh. Mm. Mm.
Now I can answer that either way, and I'm gonna tell you why.
Okay, go ahead.
Treehouse is gonna be the first answer, but for stability and safety, I would say the cave.
Treehouse. For stability and safety, you'll say a cave. But you can get a treehouse. You can have well, not stability, but you can have safety in a treehouse.
Let me tell you, this is one of them damn one for me because I'm afraid of bugs. I'm afraid of snakes or any critters that could come out that cave or in that tree.
Okay, thanks.
I would
Somebody please come
want a
get this baby.
treehouse because I like Tarzan and I used to want a treehouse. But then I would want a cave. I would be Janet, Miss Jackson if you nasty.
Okay.
But I I would want I'm interested in a cave because I could have me a spring, my own pool. It's all secluded and cozy. No cave for me, hell no. Yeah, nah, that was just that's so relaxing and soothing. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with the cave.
I think like I said, for safety, I would say the cave.
But what if all the scary stuff is normally inside the cave with you?
I'm not.
The hurricane ain't gonna blow my cave down.
Life is what you make it, and I'm gonna make nothing scary be inside anywhere with me. It's gonna be peaceful. It's gonna have that nice hot spring, and I'm gonna be relaxing.
Right.
Boy, I
I'm gonna
want them
find me a good
rainbows and unicorns. I don't know what Juicy be finding them, but baby, I need to get on that wave.
You haven't seen those people going in them caves and then they go and swim and stuff?
Yeah, some caves got like little springs in there, little
Yeah, hot
waterfalls.
springs. Yeah. Even in Aladdin, when they went in the cave and then they found the lamp. You might find the
Lord,
lamp.
Lord, we finna pray. We finna pray. Everybody, let's hold hands.
Well, you might
Let's hold
find
hands. I can't
the
play.
lamp.
Okay. That was
Yeah, my
great.
mom.
I know Tyson with me on that one.
Okay.
Tyson not afraid of nothing. He try to pick up spiders and all, girl.
We
You
going in
can't
the
go by. You
cave.
could not go by Tyson. Come on, mom. Come on, mom. Come on, mom. Mom.
I
Mom.
want to build a dome tiny house on my land. I recommend you build a dungeon. Go
Welcome to the show, Legacy.
down, not up.
Legacy, would you rather live in a treehouse or in a cave?
Definitely a cave so that I can I mean, with what's possible to go on in the world, being in a cave and being able to fortify that, and like Juicy say, be able to dig down a few miles into the core of that mountain would probably give you a better chance of survival than living in a goddamn tree.
Wow, ain't nobody out there huffing and puffing and blowing your house down no more. He got all the Robin Hood cookies.
But you might have a hurricane.
I ain't joining the Three Little Pigs.
And look, you have a hurricane, that cave ain't gonna move.
It's hurricane season for y'all, and ain't nothing happened for y'all yet. Ain't that good?
But it ain't really been happening this way towards Florida till around about like August, September lately.
Well, I'm gonna tell y'all one thing. We had y'all storms here. Juneteenth. Trump, you know how he did the parade. Juneteenth. I think maybe every other house, a tree fell on it.
Damn.
That was the ancestors mad at Trump for having that bullshit parade.
All uptown, uptown.
The ancestors say you celebrating yourself for your birthday. What about Juneteenth? You don't want to celebrate Juneteenth? Well, catch this.
It was amazing because I've not seen trees fall down like that. And now we got a bad storm, they say, tonight too.
Well, we have here Dear ATL is a segment of the show where you, the viewer, can write in and tell us about what's going on in your life. And we will read your letter and respond to your letter live here on the air. So if you're experiencing relationship problems, best friend disputes, baby mama, baby daddy drama, marriage issues, church hurt, church issues, and many, many more, send your letters to theanthonybrown@gmail.com.
Dear ATL family and friends show. I'm writing with a heavy heart and a lot of fear. Oh my. Fear is of the devil. So let's get rid of that fear. I'm a young woman in my 20s, currently living at home with my mother, who raised me as one of Jehovah's Witnesses. She's a single parent who has done everything she could to provide for me, and I know her faith means everything to her. It's the foundation of how she lives and how she raised me. Secretly, I've been dating someone. Oh, we've been intimate. Oh, and just recently, I found out that I am pregnant. Oh, Lord, God bless you. I haven't told anyone yet, but the ATL show. Oh, thank you. Not even my boyfriend. I'm scared, confused, and ashamed. I know that if I tell my mother, she'll be devastated. But more than that, I fear she will disown me, shun me, and put me out of the house. Based on the teachings and practices of her faith, I've seen this happen to others, and I feel that I'm next. The father of the baby is in his 20s too. He lives with his own family. Wait, He lives with his own family and is currently unemployed. He has no way of supporting me or the child, and to be honest, I don't even know how he'll react when I tell him. I feel like I'm carrying this entire situation on my own and it's crushing me. I don't have a job and I don't have anywhere else to go.
Don't read it no more. And I don't need to read the rest of that.
I thought of being pregnant and homeless terrifies me. The thought of being pregnant and homeless terrifies me. I'm trying to be strong, but I don't know what to do. I've never felt so alone. I'm reaching out, not for advice, but for hope, because right now it feels like my life is falling apart. Sincerely, a young woman searching for answers.
I'm gonna stand on your body, your choice, and this might be one time. You know, you might need to go on ahead and find somewhere where you can get you a plan B, a plan
It's too
A.
late for a plan B or A.
Listen, take four of them motherfuckers. Something to happen.
No, won't nothing happen. You take too much, is all it is just extra hormone, and you may cause birth defects in your unborn fetus. Don't take any of that advice.
I was rocking with the young lady for a minute when she was talking about how Mama Faith is and stuff like that. And what I didn't hear her say was that her dad was in the house, nor did she say that her mom was married when she
No, she
had
said
her.
her mom was single.
No, no, I'm saying when she had her. So she said that this faith is her foundation, her mother's foundation, and she rock with it, and this how she go by. My thing is, if she was when she found out she was pregnant, your mother shouldn't have any right to be able to judge you for one for getting pregnant, because if your mama had you out of wedlock, she can't too much shun you because you did the same thing. But when you're saying to me that you're living with your mom, you're 20, and then you expose that you don't work, you don't take care of yourself, pretty much, and the dude that you decided to mess with lives with his family, and he unemployed too. So you've been making a bunch of bad choices from the gate. I mean, how did he even get to date you? You ain't got no money. You ain't got no money. Where did y'all fuck at? Was you fucking at his house? Because I know you weren't fucking at your mama's house because y'all can't get a hotel room. So how did all this take place?
It could have been at the mama house because the mama probably would go to work during the day to support her. So while mama at work, she's probably sneaking him in.
True, that's possible. But I'm just saying, it's a lot of bad choices that was made. Um, I'm gonna say careless choices. I don't want to say bad. I want to say careless choices because you're the one that right now got to carry the baby. You're the one that got to worry about where you gonna lay your head because if your mama decide to kick you out for going against what you already know was against God, and so where was these thoughts of what you were gonna do when you was doing the do? So I mean, truthfully, the best option for me, and I don't even that I would say, and I don't even she didn't say how far along she was. She just said she was pregnant. So if you are not too far along, ma'am, rustle you up some money and take care of that situation so that you don't have to worry about where you're gonna lay your head in. Unless you can find a surrogate, I mean a person that want a baby and they gonna put you up in their house and let you stay there till you have a baby and then y'all make arrangements to give that baby to, somebody that can give that child an opportunity and they're like, oh, this shit is trash now.
I'm gonna say, first thing is first is definitely tell the boyfriend because although he's not working, sometimes once you put a person, a partner, male or female, in a situation to know that hey, you got a baby on the way. Sometimes they as T.S. Madison say, they step the pussy up.
They step their game up and they be like, oh, for real? I want to be a dad. Now he may go get a job. He may then talk to his family, and they may be willing to let you stay there and come move in with them because he ain't got nowhere to put you. But damn, I'm gonna have a baby. My mom always wanted a grandchild. Let me go get a job. So don't assume what's going to or what's not going to happen. Include him in the decision making because that's his child also. You didn't make this baby by yourself, so you can't make the decisions by yourself. That's first and foremost. So definitely include him and let him know what's going on with you, and let him know that that we are pregnant. Not that you're pregnant, we are pregnant, because he's included in that. Yeah, this is ours. We are pregnant. So that's first and foremost. And because you've seen situations like this happen in the past where people in the faith has been ostracized, shunned, put out, and parents being devastated. So hold off on that one as long as you can, because first of all, she don't even know you're dating, and she probably don't know you're dating because of the fact that the male is probably not of the same faith. So that's probably why you're hiding it from your mom. So hide that as long as you can to see what's going to happen on the other end, because like I said, old boy might be your golden ticket. So definitely let him know what's going on. Also, I don't know what state you're in, but in some states, because of the fact that you're pregnant, you can apply for emergency housing, Section 8, housing vouchers. There's assistance out there for you. And because you're with child, they'll move a little faster. So, and then of course you can get on the WIC program, Women, Infant, and Children, the WIC program. That's going to give you some type of assistance there. So I just wish you the very best, but definitely first and foremost include the male. We are pregnant. Hold off on telling mom as long as you can, because at some point you're gonna start becoming noticeable and start having sickness and signs and symptoms, and mom is gonna figure it out. And at the same token, mom may not be as strict as you think she is, because yes, she may be a believer in her faith and this and that, but the fact that you're figuring to have a grandchild, and the love of a grandchild may soften her heart. You never know, but still hold off as long as you can from telling her.
And that's coming from our social worker, Anthony, that gave you a lot of great places you might need to go check out. The biggest thing that she has to worry about, if she's a baptized Jehovah's Witness, if her herself took into that religion, what it is that is her next step within that religion. Because those are grounds to get this fellowship. So it's way bigger for a Jehovah's Witness kid than the problem that you have. It's the next problem of everything else that you're doing. So I just say the baby gonna come no matter what it is. You gotta man up, woman up.
Mom,
Stop,
I'm hiding.
girl. Go to Planned Parenthood. Plan your way out this. You see what I'm going through? He think he my daddy.
Yeah, Mom, coming.
They all do.
What's
Now
your
trying to
response?
boss me. We wanna. I wanna give a great, like, good advice, but it's like the choice has been made, and I don't like who were you upset with? I would wonder like why, but that's just not here nor there. It's just move forward. All the things Tony said as far as resources are great ones. Um, your family, I'm with Legacy. With if your mom's a single mom, then it's left to me to assume that there is no man in the home, and there wasn't. And she said she did all she needed to do to like raise her. So that means there shouldn't be any judgment. There should be understanding. And I do know what Tayama is saying about that's grounds of being put out of the church, but and so it's like the Jehovah Witness is your mom's religion and how you were raised. What is your religion? Because if you're not going to go with your religion or have one and how you were raised, what values are you doing? Because this is a concern to me with you bringing the child into the world without any values. And so I don't know how to really respond to, like, she says I can pray for you. And I mean, I know, but seriously, that's like the most you can do is just pray for her, and that they do better if God pull through.
No, I was laughing at normally you have an answer, you misfix it. You like, man, this so messed up. I don't even got nowhere I can fix it.
No, and I don't even want to hurt. And my fix it is I empathize. I don't even want to point out the issues because you said them all. So she already didn't put herself down. She already feeling it. So it's just like don't jump.
Don't jump.
I want to piggyback on something that Juicy and Legacy said as far as the mom being judgmental or being a single mother. Just playing devil's advocate. What if the mother wasn't a Jehovah's Witness during the time that she had her, and maybe she was married or dating, but wasn't dating, not married, or married, either one. The husband left or died, or never was a husband, just was a boyfriend. Later on, the mother found Christianity through Jehovah's Witness. Now she sees the light, and she's changed from her ways, mentally and spiritually. So she was judged because, yeah, she did it the wrong way, but now she sees the light. Now she knows the way.
Then her mother would be in error, because how do you make a mistake when you was young in that way?
But she didn't have any guidance.
Huh?
But she didn't have any guidance.
Okay, well,
And so that's where
hold
I
on.
was gonna say. No, let me say. Then that means that mom need to say, just like that video you showed. Did she sit her down and say, "You don't go have sex without protection"?
Apparently, she did, because that's why the girl has the fear.
Yeah, that's how I would have to take that she did.
I think the religion spoke on what you shouldn't do. But
Well, I mean, but the religion would cover. The religion would cover, if that's the basis that you're going off. You're saying that God said don't do this, so God would trump a mama or a daddy saying it, because that's who you have to fear in the end. So regardless if my mama or my daddy said don't do this or don't do that, God told me not to do it as well. That's how somebody can take that and say, well, no, my mama and daddy never really set me down, but I know that going to church, I've heard that, I'm supposed to have been a virgin. I don't supposed to be having what is not adultery but fornicating. So Chantel say, I'm sure she's not the first and most likely won't be the last. She's probably afraid to hurt her mom. Now that's what the problem is. She's afraid to disappoint her mama.
And I don't think she went into church and took the religion seriously like her mom did when her mom found the Jehovah Witness as her religion and her
and then it was
testament of
forced
her faith.
on
Right. And she just went to church. She might have went to church and drew circles.
her. Somebody take this damn rainbow from her right now. I mean, take that goddamn rainbow and that pen from her right now, Tony. Because, but being serious, I
I'm
I
so
don't
serious.
I don't have I have, even if it's me, as mad as a father I would want to be, I still have to play back in my mind that I did it. You know what I'm saying? I made those same type of mistakes. So yes, as a parent, I probably would be hurt. I probably would be hurt because of the fact my child didn't go with the plan that I laid out for them. But I would have to, put my big boxes on and say, you know what? I did the same thing and I made you and I was able to take care of you and you're gonna have to do the same thing, but we're gonna do it together. So hopefully,
So
the cycle won't continue.
one advice is before you get to showing and can't work, better go get you a job. Even if it's substitute teaching, because you're able to start with now and have a job. They can't go ahead and fire you because you're pregnant. Florida's an at-will state, so if this letter came from Florida and there are other at-will states that could let you go but at least you have something coming in and you can save up. One moment.
I think Tony, Chantel hit it on the head when she said, it's just more of the letdown of, of what, she know the upbringing that her mom told her. And this is something that I can believe that her mom has talked to her about because that's what she feels that she's going to be, letting her mom down about it because you taught me about this. You told me not to do these things and I still did it. And you know, she's more afraid of hurting her mom and letting her mom down than anything. Uh, like I said, my biggest issue with it because we've made mistakes in life, but and maybe y'all can help me, especially the ladies. How do you lay down with a motherfucker that don't have no ambition? Because obviously he's older than her because she said he's in his 20s. So,
And she's 20, but he's in his 20s.
right. So, you mean to tell me that you didn't see that this motherfucker ain't doing nothing?
That's what I meant by the guidance part. And did the mom sit down? Because some lessons ain't taught in church.
I agree.
Yes, God. I'm not saying we can't let God is the one has the say, but some lessons ain't taught in church.
I agree.
And you can take them to church and let them get the scripture and they lean on their own understanding if they paying attention and gaining understanding. And a lot of times kids ain't gaining understanding unless they the ones that was in the junior choir, they on the usher board.
I was in all of that in church, in the choir, looking at ass.
Listen.
Still fucking.
No, I wasn't doing that then. I had done stepped out of church, but it was on my mind.
And plotting on when you get the opportunity and what you gonna do and how you gonna do. If you had the opportunity to do it in the church closet, he would have did about a mop bucket.
Who would have did about a mop?
You heard me, Juicy? He walked away from ministry to fuck.
Who walked away from ministry?
That's what you just said.
Because he was called to preach.
Listen,
go to something else.
And he said, "Do I preach or do I go hunch?"
He said, "Be fruitful
and multiply." So I'm gonna go hunch.
That is all. That is all. Reverend Brown, Sister Juicy Cake.
He laid it down for years. I'm the big brother. I'm telling y'all.
Listen. All I'm telling you is, young lady, I think you got some good answers here. I think, and Tony was right. It may inspire the young man to get up off his can and do something. It's not that he's done for, but I'm just saying, ladies,
He needs
and
some inspiration. He needs some inspiration, and telling him might be his inspiration.
could be. Because right now, she going to need some inspiration and she going to need to inspire him so they can get them up a place.
Right.
But I hope she got a good mama that can replace some of the careless mistakes that she made also in being young and a little uninformed and dumb about, and brought a baby into this world. And then, whether you knew then, mother, or you knew then, you found God after, you did everything in your power to give your daughter a chance at life. And she's right now. As a parent, you need to be able to remember that and say, you know what, let me help my child. Then to shun her, and because regardless of what, shunning her away from the church ain't gonna turn God back on you. So damn, and when I say this, and I mean this because it's a building. Damn the building that you go to worship God, because you can do it in your house. Damn the building, you can do it on top of the building. You can do it in your sleep. You can do it wherever you want to. God is everywhere. So damn the building. Tell God thank you, and for Him to make things open up for you and your child if that's what you decide to do to keep it, and that He touches your mama heart to understand that right now is not the time or the place to walk away from your child because she was taking dick.
So, you said damn the building, and we're not going. I was in my early 20s when I got pregnant with my first child. I was scared to tell my parents. They were both supportive. It's not just religion. No, Chantel, it is not just religion. It's your consciousness. And when most children want to live up to their parents' expectations, and when you know that the expectations usually match a moral or a value or an ethical system that is also a societal norm. And if you're not living up to that standard, then you look at the figure of, you're not just letting your mother or your parents down, but the people who know them are going to be looking and judging, the teachers, the doctors, the pastor. So that's the fear that settles in on, I don't know how this is going to go over. I say to my children, if you can't do what you did in front of, like, if you can't do it in front of your mama, you don't have no business doing it. If you feel that what you're doing might be a suspect and you shouldn't do it because your mama might not approve, make that be your judgment of what you should do, because we got to have a measure, a tool to measure with. And
well, her mama was fucking, so she did what her mama would have done.
But and she also learned she's supposed to pray. She's supposed to not. She's supposed to wait, have abstinence. She's supposed to put other things before, not before God, but before that. So she did what she wanted to do. And that's what most people around here are doing.
She grown, okay. If the girl was 15, if she was 15, 16, 17, I could understand the way people would judge something like that, even though that most people don't have, most people have their first child before they get married. So I don't think that nobody has the right to be able to, as the Bible says that Christ once told the people, he without sin cast the first stone. So I'm pretty sure most people gonna put their goddamn stone down because most of the people didn't find God till after they done some stuff in their life and then they had the opportunity to be redeemed. So if the child was 15, 16, 17 and that happened, yeah, you may get those looks. But one thing she has, um, and Thelma may know better than me, is the young lady's 20, which makes her a grown woman that can make her own decisions. And this may have been a misguided decision, but she can make her own decision in that matter of if she wanted to have intercourse or not. Now, the mother may not
Yeah, you
agree.
could make it. Let me tell you, you could make it. But being that she's affiliated with Jehovah Witnesses, she gonna get looked at like she was 12 regardless. You ain't married. 9 out of 10, the little boy that she with, his family ain't Jehovah Witnesses, and he
Right.
broke. Ah man, that's a doozy.
She's in her 20s. She's not 20. She's
Yeah,
in her 20s.
and he's in his 22.
Yes.
So that's what I'm saying. They are dope. Now she may have made a miscalculation on doing what she did, and like Kate said, she made up her own decision, but it's not condemnable. Not by, it may be condemnable by Jehovah's Witness, but by God it's not condemnable.
I got a concern because you're living at home and no, I said I was not going to do that. Never mind. Because that's not, because she did not ask for that. No.
She didn't ask for what?
Listen, today,
She asked for what? Dick?
no, she asked to be, put it back up. Let me go to the, I'm sure she also learned that she's not a perfect human.
Right.
Right. And so it's like, it's no need for me to point out her flaw. Like, put it back up, put the letter back up, go to the bottom. She said, I'm reaching out not just for advice, but for hope. Because right now, it feels like my life is falling apart. Now, I'm going to tell you I'm going to give you 3 things that I think are tools that help me in my hardest moments. 1, Bob Hope is dead.
What's
We
dead?
don't need to be. Bob Hope is dead.
Okay.
So hope. Faith without. So I'm giving you 4 things. Faith without works is dead. You can't be hoping. You got to do what you got to do. Never mind anything. So as you go and you tell, because God blessed you. You could have been screwing and got AIDS and dying, but you got blessed with life. So you go tell, and whatever come of it, if it's a negative that ain't helping you move forward as you need to move forward, you never mind that. And know that this too shall pass. Because God brought you to it, He's going to bring you through it. That's about the best hope you could get. Be great. Read to your baby. Breastfeed.
See, my only thing is with that problem is she said hoping that she said hoping. What else did she say at the end, Kate?
Not only does she doesn't only want advice, she also wants hopes, because right now she feels like her life is falling apart.
Now my
And
question
it's
is,
not falling apart, it's falling together. She just got 9 months for it to work itself out.
listen. You can look at it like juice, but I want to know: did you have that same hope?
She don't have hope. She need hope. She asking for hope. And that's why
Okay,
I'm
well,
letting her know there's no thing of in this world today, there's no hope.
I feel that sometimes too.
Okay.
But I just feel like, sweetie, you're gonna have to right now do what adults do in these moments. And I think Tony and Cake said it's best that right now you communicate with God, however you do that, and ask Him to open up a way for you to get a job for if you're not that far along, so that you can start preparing for life if you're not going to terminate life. But at that time, let's hope that when you do share this information with your child's father, he's encouraging and y'all both on one accord with how y'all are gonna move. But outside of that, baby, don't worry about letting nobody else down. You gotta worry about how you gonna lift you and your situation up at this moment. So don't be worried about and pondering on the letdown of other people. Because if they gonna be there for you, they gonna be there for you. If they ain't, they ain't. And you still gotta do what you gotta.
I want to say something. I'm not saying no, one moment. I something Legacy has said. And it sounded like I was saying for you to go and pray and everything. And the reason why I want to point out that that's not exactly what I'm saying is because you gonna go pray to God to fix the situation that you have created when God gave you the principles to live by to not be in this situation. So with the situation that you have been blessed with through your works, you got to take that and go do better. You can pray for the guidance of how to attain and keep maneuvering through, but I think it's frivolous to sit and pray against your actions that you've already done, because that's not being accountable nor responsible. It's like you want to know how to have a healthy baby, how to can maintain a healthy lifestyle so that y'all can keep going, and maybe pray for that type of education. But the job, you gonna need to go fill out applications. That's not a
No,
prayer work. That's a get
well,
up and go
I'm,
do it.
I ain't gonna agree with that part because there's been numerous occasions in my life where I was broke, busted, and disgusted, and didn't see no light. And I ain't telling her that prayer is just it's just that sometimes when you pray earnestly and you need help and you are trying to change the situation that you're in, not saying that I didn't sin, it's saying I made a bad decision. I'm trying to correct it and I'm trying to move forward. God, can you please open up some doors so I can prepare myself for this journey that I'm about to embark on so that I can give my child a better life. And if that aligns with the job which I need, then that's what it is. So sometimes, and just on how people believe, yes, you still got to fill out the application, but guess what? It'll just be just your luck. You going to show that day after being unprayed to God that He already put the person you need to be able to interview with right there the day that you got there and fill out your application. And that person say, "Oh yeah, you hired on the spot."
I'm
So
glad you elaborated a bit more because you included repentance in that. And that's not just prayer. And so that's an act of wanting forgiveness to do different. And so saying just go pray for the job, but not owning up to the fact that
you
you
ain't gotta own up to it because there's a baby in your stomach. God already know.
God know, but she do gotta own up to her actions because
To
she's still
who?
sitting
To
to
who?
herself, to her child.
Her body telling her that she owning up to it. That's why she pregnant.
No. But she also still sitting down, no offense to any, but she's still sitting down writing to us instead of saying to her mom and saying to the baby daddy what's going on, and instead of still getting a job. So I appreciate the letter because I don't mind sending out the advice. But she gotta own up to the fact that she did do this and she ain't doing what she need to do. That's
Which
all
I
I'm
think
saying.
she
And
and
so
I hear you, but I'm
when
saying
you
she's
said
taking a
That
step.
with
prayer,
her being a Jehovah Witness, she have to go to the body of elders.
See
that's
all of
repenting,
that.
right?
She have to go to the body of elders.
Isn't that repenting though? That's
Yes,
like,
ma'am.
okay, that's what I'm saying. That's not just prayer.
You think I'm gonna go? I wish God. I
No,
wish
so
a motherfucking
it
would
has
tell
to.
me
No, but
that I gotta
but
go.
hold
And
on.
God,
That's what Jehovah Witnesses. They have a
Legacy. How do
devout
you think they?
religion.
How do you
She will
think?
get denounced.
How do you think they wind up getting this fellowship? They call the elders. They let them know. They
yeah,
say,
I know
brothers,
that.
I have. Let me
But
tell
I'm
you what they say. They say,
come and
brothers,
tell.
I have fell
I'm
short.
saying, right.
They
I'm
ask
saying,
you,
I have to go to
how
God
did
for
you
that. I
fall
have to go
short?
to Him.
Legacy, you're speaking like a non-Jehovah Witness.
Okay,
But
okay.
they
And
asked you, you got to go to the brothers, and you basically that's when you are trying to repent and do right, because based on you being a Jehovah Witness, they teach you that whatever you do in the dark gonna come to the light, until where it literally plays mind tricks on you, like I'm really doing wrong by God. So depending on how your conscience set up, you
Right.
normally will go to the elders and you repent. They ask you how you repent, then you got to tell them what it is. Based on it, you get publicly reproved. Now, when you get publicly reproved, they don't really talk with you like that and stuff, and you have a study to get you back on track. But if you do it again, that is when they normally disfellowship you. Then
Now
everybody
hold
catch
on.
you.
Chantel
Hold
said
on.
that's only if she's a baptized witness. She did not say
Yeah,
she
that's what
was
I'm
a
saying.
witness. Her
If she
mother
a
is a
baptized,
witness. Right. And that was why I said I wasn't going to send her back to God, because her actions are showing she's not following that religion. And so for me to sit here and say, go pray for forgiveness, but she wasn't praying for forgiveness. You said pray for a job. And I wasn't saying, I said she had to do a bit more, is all I was saying. And when
I
you
was
went
gonna
in and
say
started elaborating and said repenting, I agree.
her letter. She said she's looking for hope. I would have hoped that you would have contacted us way back before you started dating this broke nigga. Because then the responses would have been run,
Right.
leave him alone.
Yeah, that's the kind of hope you have. I'm gonna put that out there.
She
I
needed
would
to, she
hope.
needed to leave herself alone too, cause she ain't did shit either.
I was about to say, I would hope that instead of you going and having sex at your boyfriend's other mama's house, instead of your own house or apartment, that you would go to the library and do some research, some reading, go take some studies in class, go get a job if you feel like you need a job.
I thought just because they go to the library and have sex between the shelves. I said, Lord Jesus, he's a freak.
Well, that thing right there be juicy and quiet.
When you're slick and get it, ooh, when you slick
Nothing.
and get it, boy.
I don't have. Never mind. Never mind.
Yeah, nothing.
Never mind.
Ooh, y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all.
Get me back to the middle.
I'm
The
into the
middle.
back to the letter. I asked for some ice. They gave me some ice. You see how a little bit of ice cubes? We've been on this show for an hour and 23 minutes. That's how long I've been waiting for this ice.
They had to make them.
Well, to the person who wrote the letter, like I said, that's all we have right now. If you want us to follow up, send us some more information. We would definitely follow up. If there's anything else you want to let us know, but definitely reach back out to us. We would love to follow up and get a continuation of seeing what's going on and seeing what direction you chose. But that's all we have for now. But for everybody else, if you ever have anything that's going on in your life, in your church life, in your family, your job, or whatever, and you want some answers, we're gonna give them to you. You have four different perspectives here, as well
We
as
have six. We got six tonight though, cause Chantel and Miss Cole.
Can I finish?
Motherfucker.
So not only do you have four perspectives here on the show, you also have the perspectives of all the viewers that are watching that are commenting in the comment section below. See, if you let me finish, Damn, Darren. But
You know what? Tell us tomorrow. But tell us tomorrow.
so anyway, you can write in, and I'm giving you the information to write in.
Dear ATL is a segment of the show where you, the viewer, can write in and tell us about what's going on in your life. And we will read your letter and respond to your letter live here on the air. So if you're experiencing relationship problems, best friend disputes, baby mama, baby daddy drama, marriage issues, church hurt, church issues, and many, many more, send your letters to theanthonybrownshow@gmail.com.
Yep.
They weren't loyal to you. They were loyal to the opportunity. And a person who does not understand the value of loyalty will never understand the damage of betrayal. This is how we get hurt. We confuse loyalty with attachments. There is a massive difference with somebody who is assigned to you versus someone who's attached to you. Somebody who is assigned to you helps you complete tasks. But those who are attached to you only want to benefit from the task that you have completed. They don't view you as a person. They view you as a purse. People don't abandon what they want. They abandon what they were using. But I'm loyal. I'm a rider. Everybody is willing to ride while you're in the yacht. But who is going to row with you in a crisis? Loyalty does not require lights or eyes because it is a heart posture. It should not require my presence for you to be loyal. Loyalty is when you have my back behind my back.
I know that's right.
Well, I got me some solid ones, and I appreciate all y'all.
Appreciate you, bro.
Put your motherfucking hand down like you some gladiator. Just wait till tomorrow before I tell Darren.
Oh, water too mercy.
Exactly. That's right, Tyson. Well, listen. I just wanted to share. There's so many new laws coming out. I got 3 videos I want to show. Florida new laws, Georgia new laws, Trump wire transfer law. So I got 3 different videos to show, and we're gonna talk about each one of them. But just all of you out there, viewers, make sure you know what's going on in your state, because with this presidency, these people that's in office right now, things are changing almost daily, and the lack of knowledge is no excuse. When the police pull you over, like, well, I didn't know. That's no excuse. It's your business to know. And we try to bring as much to you as possible here on the show.
Tyson been on the road all night. He been on point.
Yes.
I've been peeping that. Like, he been
I've been trying to put this baby to sleep, and he like, I'm still part of the show. He like, I don't know what you talking about. I've been here this whole ride.
I do the whole ride.
He said, I'm doing the whole ride. He got that bed. This is bed.
Hey, look, let him tell it, boy. I've been on this show before I was born.
Yeah.
Yes, he has. Listen. So let me show you this. The first video. Trump. Go ahead, Juicy.
I had a question. While you show the video, I wonder, and maybe we can find out, because you say we need to know these laws. Got to charge her phone. Great show. Good night. Love you.
Good night.
Is it not against the law if they don't properly inform us? Doesn't that violate our citizenship in Geneva Convention?
Because they're gonna say they put it out there. We just didn't. We weren't in a place to necessarily hear. Let's say, for example, if they mentioned it on a commercial, you wasn't watching that channel that night. They put it out there.
Everybody don't watch TV, so then.
Right, but I'm saying, there's the other.
That's not properly informing.
Well, this is what's supposed to happen. Everything filters down from the top. it's your legislative branch in your state that normally supposed to give you this information. What they don't do is they don't give you an avenue to be able to say we want it or we don't, because the people that we choose to represent the people in those higher places is the American people's representatives. So it's like they remove by you putting individuals in these spots to vote on bullshit. These people lie to us from the bottom, and then when they get where they want to be, they do what the thus says the plan is to be. Until they make a way to where the American citizens themselves can vote how we vote on what the president is or who the governor is gonna be, that's exactly how bills supposed to come about that goes to the government. And they've negated that, and guess what? The vast majority of people believes that that's just like how we believe, and I know we gotta get into it, Tony. I just want to say that's like how most people look at the police. Most people in America look at police officers as stand-up individuals, right or wrong. So this is why it's so hard, regardless of what they see on videos, they'll say, well, what did you do to make him shoot you? Even though, or why you just didn't comply? Even though the law say that you don't have to do this and you don't have to do this, the vast majority of people already are brainwashed to the fact that our governor wouldn't do this. Our congressmen and women wouldn't do this. Our Senate wouldn't do this. So when they're in them secret places where we don't know what they voting on and what they talking about, all of these people play for the same team. It's the illusion of inclusion. And until we, the American people, understand that that's what that is, and start, because the government's supposed to work for the people, not the people working for the government. And until we rise up and say enough of this shit, but it's almost too late. But until that happens, guess what? This is what we're gonna be embarking on. Now roll with it, Tony.
Law. Remember, I was telling you on the last show is that certain businesses that they're requiring that before they issue assistance or services to their clients, they have to first verify if those clients are in fact U.S. citizens. And if they're not, they're there to report it. So then now Trump got companies reporting status on customers and clients, which is what, of course, gonna make them lose business, because now if you report your clients and your clients are getting reported and being exiled and deported and put out, now you're losing business. So you're hurting your business, but you're helping Trump with his foolishness at the same time. Well, Trump took it even further. Now they got this thing called the Trump wire transfer law. Here's a 1-minute video. We're gonna go in detail, and it's a wire transfer, like when people go into institutions like Walmart or the checkout store, and they want to wire transfer money from here to back home, to whatever country you're from, through MoneyGram, Western Union, or whatever. When you're sending money electronically, it's called a wire transfer. Here's what's going to happen. Check this out.
Starting tomorrow, June 20th, no immigrant will be able to send money to their countries of origin. If you do not have legal immigration status, you can't send a single dollar home. This isn't a warning, it's happening. Now the Remittance Control Act kicks in tomorrow morning, blocking all money transfers without valid U.S. documentation. Trump declared during his announcement, illegal immigrants have been draining $150 billion annually from our economy. That ends tomorrow. The numbers are staggering. 42 million immigrants send money overseas, supporting 800 million family members globally. Western Union, MoneyGram, Zelle, all blocked without a real ID or valid social security number. You're cut off completely. Banks must verify legal status before any transfer violators face $10,000 fines per transaction money. Transfer businesses risk losing their licenses. Families in Mexico, Guatemala, El Salvador are about to lose their only lifeline. Even supporters are calling this extreme. This isn't just policy, it's personal.
Wow.
What was it going to say? This isn't policy, it's what?
It's personal.
That's messed up.
So if you're from another country, Veronica from Bahamas, and let's say she's sending money back home to her family members, if she doesn't have a U.S. Status that says she's supposed to be here and got all her papers in order, she can't send no money back home.
And they shutting down all those accounts like Cash App, stuff like that. If you don't got a valid social. So can you imagine all that money that's in limbo and the person can't even get it back?
See, but the crazy thing is this, like what you're saying, though, Alma, is just imagine nobody has even known that this bill was even taking place. Could you just imagine the people rushing to Walmart yesterday trying to shoot as much money home as possible? And that these institutions have already been told if an influx of money started to come through here due to the fact that this bill is coming out tomorrow to freeze everything. Now that money is. I remember the crazy thing. I remember one time I was doing taxes, and I got the money back in my account, and I was paying. You know, it was a business account, so I was sending people their money. Just from West Palm Beach to Fort Lauderdale, I went and transferred $4,700 from here to Fort Pierce. Before I could walk out of Walmart and walk to my car, I got a call from I think with MoneyGram. Told me they asked me questions like, who are you sending the money to? I'm sending it to my sister. What's the purpose? She needs the money to move into an apartment complex. Okay, well, you do know that that's a drug-related area. I said, well, can you tell me where in the United States is not a drug-related area? Because the United States is infused with drugs. So what is the purpose? Guess what these people told me? I'm going to need you to go back in Walmart, take your receipt. I'm going to call back into that Walmart and let them know to refund you your money. Because if I went through that being an American citizen, just transferring that little amount of money from one city to the next, them folks been playing this shit, bro. That shit right there been in the making, and ain't no American citizen heard about this bill, this part. This bill is injunction. Remember how I told y'all how they do bills? They give you a bill that you, the American people, want. So this is the bill y'all say y'all want. But inside this 8,000 page document with your bill in it that you want, they also slide other laws and shit in those bills that ain't nobody got time to sit back and watch and read a 8,000 page bill. So once your bill get adopted, everything in that dossier is adopted as well. And this is how they was able to move that bill in. Because nobody is what we call it nobody or no one is auditing what all. That's why they love those bills like that. You'll see a bill coming that's 25 pages about this one bill for somebody to take it, look through it, and dissect it. They put that motherfucker there and they give you 10,000 pages to read through the rest to see if this is what you want. Nobody's reading. Who's reading them? That's how that bill snuck in there because nobody knew that bill was there. And now you got a complete lockdown. And listen, this is the practice run. This shit right here is just the practice run. Because they're going to control your bank account. They're going to control your spending and where you can go to spend money and where you can't go to spend money. And guess what? If we don't start doing something today about this, if we don't bring this, nobody takes this before the Supreme Court and say that this is wrong, this is injustice to get this shit overturned, guess what? The next people going to be target for these type of bills is going to be the American people who are American citizens. And then you won't be able to transfer money from your bank to your wife's bank account. You won't be able to transfer money from one bank to another bank. And now they have you what is called a financial grid lockdown, and you have to do what they want you to do with their money, with your money.
And the
Mm-hmm.
other part was gonna be is they're gonna have, once they start getting everybody on the digital scale, then they're gonna have a virus release, and it's gonna be a
To
pandemic,
bankrupt all the banks.
and then it's gonna shut down all of the everything that deals with electronics and online and stuff, and all your money will be locked up and tied up.
Soon, I don't believe money gonna be worth shit. We gonna see it flying down the road and just watch it pass.
Yeah, yeah. It stop
Well, I
being
mean, we
worth
already
shit when you
desperate.
stop hearing it when you fall. When they stop making it without silver, when they
Well,
stop
what's going?
changing and taking it out, it wasn't worth no
Shoot,
penny.
we ain't
Another
gonna give it.
What's the next one, T?
another thing that just passed also. Let me think what it was. I'm trying to see if I have a video. Let me show this other video first. I'm gonna see if I can find this other one. But Trump passed something else also. But let me show you this Georgia laws also.
Georgia, did you know you had 100 new laws going into effect July 1st? Let's talk about them. Georgia, HB 121. If you apply for an apartment and you pay an application fee and you do not get approved for the apartment, now the landlord has to refund you your application fee. Georgia, we have HB 527 and HB 627. They're installing cameras on school buses now to catch violators. And this is HB 194. Georgia, I'm sorry to tell y'all, but no more balloon releases. You can no longer release a balloon in Georgia if it has helium in it. HB 198, Georgia, you can no longer use bounce houses in Georgia if the wind is higher than 15 miles per hour. HB 136, Georgia now has a child tax credit. I want to read this because I want to make sure y'all don't get me wrong. HB 136 offers a credit covering up to 50% of your federal child and dependent care expenses plus $250 per qualifying child. HB 375. Georgia can now take cocktails to go. And when I say this is permanent, you can go to a restaurant and if you have a cocktail, you can now take your beverage to go with you now. And this is permanent.
The police are just waiting on them.
Okay.
Open to
Waiting.
Kansas been selling since COVID cocktail drinks to go. You go through the drive-through and order.
you showed us that they juicy,
Yeah, so that's not new.
but for
But you
Georgia,
know, did you hear
because you do
some?
know that Georgia still don't sell alcohol out on Sunday. And Saturday at 12 Sunday morning, I think it's still that it's called a dry town. From
Mm-hmm.
12 Sunday morning to 12 Monday morning, AM to AM, no liquor is to be sold. That's why they passed that bill now. Because if you're in a bar, you know what I'm saying. But as far as like going to a liquor store, or that's why Georgia keep a bunch of they call them bootlegger houses.
They call them shot houses.
Yeah, we call them bootlegger too. Where you can go right there and get you a shot of gin, a shot of moonshine, shot of yes,
And then
yes,
they got these little bottles for $5.
yeah.
They not the airplane bottles, and they not the paints. I don't know where they make those bottles at.
That moonshine out.
But they got every liquor, and you can get you some vodka, you can get rum, and it don't have no kind of names, but they little bottles.
Listen, let me tell you, growing up before we move on, growing up, I used to watch God Bless the Dead. This nice old lady, we used to call her Miss Inez in Georgia, and Miss Inez uh, was built like a Volkswagen, and but
How? Wait, the rabbit or the hunchback? I mean, come
I'm
on
talking
now.
about the bug, you
The
know the bug,
beetle?
yeah, the beetle.
Oh
And
my.
she showed me one day how she get to make all her liquor. She go
Oh,
and buy all. I'm talking about at this time. You thought she would go buy them big gallons of Kingston Kingston gin, and you probably paid $5 for a gallon of that. And she would come in, pour all of them in a big 5-gallon bucket,
mm.
and then she would take some water, about a good, pitcher of Kool-Aid, and fill that up with water, and pour that in. And then she would take one bottle of rubbing alcohol, the white kind, and pour that in and stir it all up and pour them back into, with the little filter thing, pour them all back into these gin bottles where she just had 5 or 6 of them. She now got 20 of them. And come around there and drink that shit up all day. I just see that lady make about $600-700 a day.
She got you drinking rubbing alcohol.
And these people wonder why they live in this shit. I think Joseph had a problem.
Okay.
Yeah, my mama had to have a red cup over there too.
Wow.
You know how they had people ask me y'all on the show when I watch the show say, how do you talk about your mama? And I know who my mama is, you know what I'm saying? And or who my mama was, and she was a good lady. But I also know my mama. And my mama know that she wouldn't want me to lie about her. My mama enjoyed her life the way she wanted to enjoy her life.
Mm-hmm.
And that she wasn't either, so you can talk about some errors that's a perfection when it came to my mama.
Damn, that's your mama.
Yeah. That's our red cup lady.
I'll always love my mama.
But she didn't ask you to do that.
Girl.
She didn't ask you to do that.
That was from Sarah. That was for Sarah.
Okay. I'm telling you, she didn't want it either.
Yeah. She just told me. See, we have that connection.
I got you, baby. I got you.
She did all in that one Sarah. Shut up, Jeanette. Listen, let me show you the next video. The next video is Florida, which I showed it on a previous show, but I'm gonna show it again just so that you Floridians can be on point, and it all goes in effect today.
Now, to all Floridians, you need to be aware of these Florida laws that are going into effect on July 1st. One, for all y'all who like to curse out the police and the first responders, not anymore. You have to keep a 25 feet buffer around the first responders. And if you don't, you'll go to jail for about 60 days or you'll get a $500 fine. And the charge is harassment. So we know how these Floridians got anger problems down here and like to go off. Not anymore, you will get charged. Some of these police is nasty, so they'll just do it if you say anything slick out your mouth. So be careful. Another bill I thought that was crazy is now they making changes in this law that allows the death penalty to be carried out using any method not deemed unconstitutional, such as firing squads and lethal gas. So we already know what they're trying to do, just get them out the way, because it's literally a lot of people on death row right now in Florida. Now, this one I thought that was nice is now the school social workers do not have to meet certain knowledge requirements to receive their educator certification. So that's good. So now they finna have 19 on social workers in school now. For you speedy drivers, they passed a bill that says now, dangerous excessive speeding. If you go over at least 50 miles per hour over the speed limit or speed at least over 100 miles per hour or more in a way that threatens the people or property around them, under this law, first-time violators can receive up to 30 days in jail and a fine up to $500. If you keep on doing it, you'll yield up to 90 days in jail and a fine up to $1,000. So again, these laws will go into effect July 1st, so be careful and watch out, all right? And share.
Okay, the other, hold on before I forget, the other law, I couldn't find a video, but what it was is Trump suggested it and mostly all the Republican states adapted it or is adapting it slowly but surely. What it is this year, for example, was supposed to be an election here in Florida. But because Trump suggested, why don't y'all get on the same rotation as the federal election? They're going to stay in office one extra year, a whole nother year that there wasn't voted into, just so that they can have the election next year.
See, the problem that I have with that is you will be violating because there hadn't been an amendment that has been placed and for the people to vote on it. So you can't just do that. You're saying they're talking about doing it, but if my problem again is the people are not fighting what they're just doing. They're just saying this is what we're gonna do. But where are your advocates that are out here getting protesters and getting people to get before the Florida or whichever Republican state that wants to join this? Where are your advocates that are fighting against it, that are taking it to your state Supreme Court on this level? Because that's not how elections go. So it's not a 3 year sitting for Ron DeSantis to sit 3 years, and then it's always every 2 years, and then an election takes place. What that is doing is called stacking the deck. Because let's say right now you got a Democratic front runner, or you got a Republican front runner that is favorable to win the presidential seat, and he's winning right now by a landslide by public opinion. Now everybody understand or are saying now we need to go ahead and just vote clearly across the board because these people are gonna all pull and gravitate toward one area, which is the governor of Florida is Republican. He's gonna do that. So you have to stop this now because if nobody's gonna fight it, of course it's gonna go through. But if the people are voicing it that that's something that they don't want to happen, guess what? Eventually it's gonna have to be heard before the Supreme Court of the state of Florida. And I'm just talking about Florida because that's what we're in. Juicy in your state too. If that's going on, we need to find some kind of way to be able to rebuke that and to be able to have the people become wise to what's going on because that's called a monopoly.
Yep.
To me, it sounded like he wanted to do a kingship. Like he wanted to do away with being a president and become a king. So therefore, if we get kings and stuff, the next reign would not be no one but his child, his son.
I was just saying today that I don't think that we will ever have another president after Donald Trump.
Yeah, like literally, that's what all the people was protesting, that they don't want, like, we don't want to become a democracy country to where you have like the next thing under you is your child. Like literally, that is what Donald Trump is aiming for.
And this
So
thing that he was changing the election.
he could be there forever.
Exactly. And with changing the election from this year to next year, that was one of the things that he had that was wrote out in the Project 2025.
You know what I would love to see, and I haven't had opportunity to see. I would definitely love the opportunity to be able to review the whole Project 2025, and
I was about to say that. I was on mute.
Yeah, go ahead, Kate.
With Project 25, you said he was rolling out changing the election. I didn't read it.
Yes. And based on that, you'll see to where he was saying that man is crazy. Because in one thing, it was like he was talking like he's immortal to where he gonna reign forever. That's rough, like you really what?
Yeah, he did say that. He said if I win this election this year.
Y'all don't hear that? Legacy view.
What's that noise?
He said you never have to vote again. So this will be the last year you ever have to vote.
Tony.
Mute Legacy.
Tony. Okay, I can hear you now. I say super PACs are people that come in and donate billions and billions of dollars to these people that are running for position, right? Nobody is donating this type of money behind your campaign if they can't control you. Do you understand me? Everybody that is in a position like that, let's just say for instance, me and Juicy want to run for president, and we got the popular vote, and we ain't even had a funding of money that's behind us. The people just want us, right? You can't run for certain positions in our government without financial backing. As widespread right now as we got what we're doing now, live streaming right now. We got all these different ways of being able to communicate with people without having to physically leave your state. Everybody can see your this. Why do I need super PACs to donate money? Why do I gotta have billions of dollars behind me? Because all these individuals are in the pockets of the people who actually run the country. They're the figurehead where all the blame goes to, but the people that actually make these rules, laws, and policies you never see them. So I don't just throw my blame off on the Congress people. I don't just blow it off on because we've never been in history a group of free people that made any laws about anything. And
They
if
made
people
what
try to
about anything?
that we've never been a race of people, whether it's black, white, blue, green, or yellow. If you are not of the eliteness that actually runs and have all the money that dictates how things go in our country, we're just all puppets, and we're playing their game how they want to be played. We're just an experiment right now. It's just an experiment, just like COVID was an experiment to see if they can make billions of people go inside of the house, inside of the United States of America. And the vast majority of people took COVID shots and went their ass in the house, all for fear mongering. But once the people got restless and started saying and started bucking and saying, "Man, I'm coming outside, I ain't finna do this," well, guess what they did? They came up with a 6 feet rule. Yeah, you can come out now, but when you're in the stores, you need to have on your mask and you need to stay 6 feet apart. People complied because they was allowed to come outside. But these people know that it's more people than they can control. But if I can control enough of you guys, y'all are gonna control the rest of the people for us. Because like I showed you, I was telling y'all, they found out there are more adverse effects from people who have gotten the COVID shot to where now I think the only thing that stopped me from ever getting the COVID shot, Tony, Juicy, Thelma, was when the people said that the people who created the vaccine could never be sued for adverse effects on your body. You can't sue them.
Yeah, I remember that. Mm-hmm.
So why would I want to put? And I know a lot of people were scared, and a lot of people was forced. But once they said that, you see how they snuck it in there? They told you. So they made it to where they scared the shit out of you. That if you did not do it, you could die. But if you do decide to take it, you ain't gonna be able to sue nobody because you did that of your own free will. So we the people have to understand that, yeah, we can blame Donald Trump, we can blame anybody about it, but until we start as a whole nation, I ain't saying black people, I'm talking about people start to understand that the attack, the division is hate. Black hate this, white hate this, Asians hate this, Hispanic. They keep us divided by hate so that we never come together as one to look at them. And when that happens, that's when the game is up for them. But we're so divided by color of skin, by gender, by sex, that we ourselves are taking ourselves out of the game because we're playing it the way they want us to play it.
Yeah, the government keeps us divided by hate, and religion keeps us divided by fear.
Yes. And the same people that pushes this don't believe in God the same way that they tell you should believe in God, and they themselves are racist people that think that they're better than all people, white, black, blue, green, and yellow. Because if you don't have their bloodline, then you're nothing to them. And we're distracted by color, race, gender, ethnicity, what you like to watch on TV, bitch, I don't like you because you like Atlanta Housewives, all this nonsense. Oh, you like Drake, I like Kendrick, I don't like you no more. The little simple shit that keeps people divided, and you don't have no goddamn stake in none of it. You gotta, this is horrible. Well, listen, I know that, we came on, this is our Tuesday, we gonna cut it a little past our time, but we gonna go and get ready to get out of here. I gotta go to work in the morning, my family do too on here, so we're gonna go ahead and close on out tonight. I want to just tell everybody we thank you so much for your participation, Miss Ely. Want to thank Miss Chantel, the other natural, whoever that family was right there that came. Want to
Miss
thank you guys for
Veronica.
Miss Veronica. We want to definitely thank you guys for always in support of our show. Wouldn't be anything without you guys. We love you. We're gonna go ahead. Tell them I know you gotta put that little tie down. So we love you too, girl. And we're gonna go ahead and bring the juiciest cakes in the business to the front. Cake. Let them know.
You can find me here every Tuesday and Thursday on the ATL show,
What
8:30.
time? What time?
Okay, 8:30 Eastern Standard
Ish.
Time ish. I got it. The legacy
Yeah, baby.
is 8:30 Eastern Standard Time
Ish.
on the ATL show every Tuesday and Thursday. And for all your homeopathic and wellness needs, you can check out my website at enliventoyou.com. On Facebook, Miss Juicy. Instagram, Miss Beautiful. Don't do Bigo. TikTok, Miss Juicy Cakes. Or you can email me at winnie@persevere.com.
All right. I see the boss lady's back. My little sister, she mean as a rattlesnake, but she love me and love us hard. Did you put Tyson to sleep?
Yes, child. He is to bed.
All right, well, go ahead and tell these goddamn people how they can reach out to you and get close to you.
You can reach me on Instagram at Tayama01, Facebook Tayama Copeland 1. You also can find me at Just in Time Accessories at Gmail, or you could call me 954-873-6659. I would give you legacy number, but I don't remember.
It's been a long time since you write that number.
Listen, I was just going to tell them she must be in a good mood. If I'm y'all, listen, if it ain't about that jury, please don't call that goddamn number.
She is mean.
I was talking about a double-headed copper rattlesnake.
Y'all gonna stop telling people I'm mean. Y'all know I am so sweet. I am the most lovable person.
That picture right there
Oh my gosh, I love mixing hot sauce with honey.
Come on, sweet and hot.
Yes.
Damn, Juicy, that's how you do me.
Well, listen, y'all.
I love you, girl.
Listen, we're gonna go ahead and bring the man that makes it possible for us to be out here in this ATL world, in these ATL streets. The man up under God, the person that drives us crazy, painting outside. Think he's everybody goddamn boss, daddy, mama, auntie, uncles. This motherfucker right here. AB, let him know.
Hold on, wait a minute. You forgot and the author.
Oh, he gonna tell him. He gonna tell him.
Yes, I'm yours truly. I'm Mr. Anthony Brown. Please follow my Instagram. I got a new Instagram. It's Anthony Brown, the writer, on Instagram. Follow my Instagram, please, please, please. Of course, you can find me here on YouTube every Tuesdays and Thursdays, 8:30 p.m. prompt Eastern Standard Time. Follow my Facebook page. It's Anthony the Writer. And for my books, I am an author, a published author.
Show him again, bro. Show him.
You can find my books on at anthonythewriter.com, which leads you right to where you can click on it and find this one. I'm sorry, this book is already out. This is called God Made Us and Love Us. This one comes out. It was going to be July 4th, but we had postponed it to July 7th. So this one will be out Monday, July 7th. So make sure you get both copies. Definitely. So you can see it better. That's the God Made Us and Love Us, and State of Desire. So they both will be out. Well, they both will be out officially July 7th. One is already out. One will be out. And at the same token, you can, if you have any show ideas, comments, concerns, or anything you want to tell me or let me know, good, bad, ugly, indifferent, a complaint about any of the members on the cast members on the show, you can text me or call me at 561-768-3710. Especially Legacy the Great.
And if you complaining about people not stopping their life for you, honey, we not Jesus. That ain't our job.
And words I live by and have been for a long time, and so should you, as you got to grind until you shine.
Oh my goodness. Hey
Yeah,
y'all, I'm the sweet one. I'm the nice one. I'm the nice one. And y'all know who I am. I'm Legacy the Great. Y'all can reach out to me on Facebook at Dream Williams. YouTube, you can hit me at Legacy the Great. My email is legacyunlocked@mail.com. For business purposes only, reach out to me at 561-907-9129. If you're having problems being, locking out your car, that's the number to hit me on in the Palm Beach County, Lee County area. And if you have any, situations where you want to discuss with me, I'm not an attorney nor a paralegal, but I am a non-legal consultant that I can, pretty much help you make decisions that you're trying to do for yourself and point you in the right direction. You can reach out to me at 229-630-7615. And the words that I live by, at least for the last 5 years, I'm talking about that's how long we've been running. KK! Let them know.
ATL, ho.
Do it. Good night, all.
That's a wrap. We out of here. Thanks for
We
watching.
outta
Show
here.
love. Bring it back next year. If you like to hit that sub, don't forget to click that bell. ATL family and friends, yeah, we do it so well. On the Legacy, Tayama, Juicy too. Bringing all the vibes, keep it real, keep it true. We be laughing, we be vibing, every show a whole mood. So before you slide out, here's what you gotta do. Like it, share it, tell your friends to tap it. Comment down below, let us know what's happening. If you ain't subscribed yet, man, what you waiting on? Join the squad, hit that button, let's keep rolling strong. That's a wrap, we out of here. Thanks for watching, showing love, bring it back next year. If you like to hit that sub, don't forget to click that bell. ATL family and friends, yeah, we do it so well. The next time, same place, y'all know where to go. ATL family and friends putting on a show. We can't wait to see you bring the energy again. So stay locked in till we link up, my friends. Hey, that's a wrap. We out of here. We out. Thanks for watching, showing love. Bring it back next year. If you like to hit that sub, don't forget to click that bell. ATL family and friends, yeah, we do it so well. See y'all next time. ATL in the building.
Let's go! Yeah!
Yeah. See y'all next time. ATL in the building.
ATL in the building.